Hey, how are we? Picking is the most important thing when you're starting out doing it accurately. How are we going to make sure we're doing it accurately? A lot of people say to me when they want to shred or learn to shred or rip a million notes per second, how do we hold that pick and how do we get it so that we can get there as quickly as possible? The maximum amount of speed that you can ever pick on a guitar is one note. One note, that's it. Down, up, doing an alternate pick, as in. That's as fast as you're going to get, one string. So basically what you're looking at is to apply that speed then onto scales and licks and phrases, which then puts you in the land of shred. Alternate picking is very, very important for this because most of the rock and shred patterns are based on 3 note per string licks, which means that it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You'll see me harp on several videos about the down, up alternate picking. It really is so important to try and get to grips with. It's not a quick journey, it's not. It's a very, very slow, laborious, boring sometimes process, but the guys that can take that on board and deal with the monotony of practicing to metronomes hour after hour after hour working on alternate picking are the guys that become real great players. It's something I've gone through, it's something that everybody goes through. If you want to probably become a professional player, you've got to go down this route of practicing alternate picking, 3 note per string exercises and phrases. It really is going to tie everything together for you. So how are we going to go about this? As you've just seen, banging on one note is the maximum I'm going to be able to play anything down, up, down, up. What you need to do is to get used to that feeling, because there's a big misconception when people are picking. They actually think, well, you've got to start off slow. If you watch my right hand, watch what happens. Watch what happens when I actually start picking slowly. Just move the strap out of the way. Now you might think not much wrong with that. When you actually look at it closely, when I actually start banging on one note 1,000,000 times an hour, watch how the technique changes. So when you go slow, your picking action changes. It really does change, and this is the fundamental error because everybody starts speed picking slowly. So what you've got to do, you've got to bang on one note as fast as is physically possible, and you'll see and feel how it's going to actually feel. Now your picking technique, when you slow it down, should not change at all. If it changes, you don't stand a chance of nailing speed. You don't. And that really is the fundamental thing of any speed picking, shredding, coordination. You've not got to change that picking technique at all. So if you actually watch again what happens when I slow down, this is the correct way of doing this. I'll start off extremely quick, then we'll slow it right down. When you see the picking action slow down, the wrist movement doesn't change, the amount of pick movement is still very small, it doesn't change at all. So we'll just give you an example of that. So here we go, one note. Get the idea? See, what tends to happen with a lot of guys is when they're starting slow, there is a lot of excess. You see this type of thing going on when they're working on scales. Sloppy technique. Fingers flying everywhere, left hand going all over the place. Right hand, big pick movements. If you've got sloppy fingers, left hand, and a lot of pick movement, you're dead. You don't stand a chance of getting there because you've got to be efficient and accurate. So make sure that this pick start flat out fast on one note, slow it down, go really, really slow, and make sure that picking style technique doesn't change at all. If it changes, make sure it doesn't. Address it and put it right.